Heyo everybody, Haku here with a thank you slash update video for 1,000 subs. So yeah, super big thank you. We obviously wouldn't be at 1,000 subs without the 1,000 of you. And like I've always said, I try to run the channel as if you all have an equal part to me. And I just generally listen to what all of you have to say with what I do and such. But yeah, I got some things I wanted to update you on. Instead of I wanted to say thank you, but it's like, what, a 30-second video to say thank you? So I thought it'd be also a good idea to update you on why some things have been the way they are and what I'm planning to do in the coming future, like really soon. So yeah, there's all that. So let's talk about general stuff. And in general, I don't know, after hitting 1,000 subs, and after switching over to this temporary setup, where I guess I can talk about that first, but switching over to this temporary setup, I feel really renewed and like I can do a lot of stuff again, because some of the production issues I have faced recently, which is why so many videos have been behind and stuff, is that the way things have always worked ever since I started the channel is that for some reason, and I've mentioned this in one other video, my microphone and my camera work perfectly fine together, except if my camera's plugged in to charge. So I always had to record all my videos, and I could record for like well over an hour, so I could record multiple videos at once or long videos. So I always recorded on my camera's battery, but as it got older, the battery lasted less and less long, until eventually recently, just within the past month or two, things just jumped down to where I can barely record for 15 minutes without it dying on me and me losing everything, which is why my videos had to sort of shrink in length, and I was just struggling a lot because I'm like, it really hurts your motivation when you're like, okay, I can only record for like 15 minutes and maybe one video, and then I'd have to wait for it to charge before I can record anything else. It kind of kills your motivation and kills your ability to be productive, just physically. So that's why I switched over until I set up my new camera, which hopefully the microphone will work with. I switched over to this halfway setup where I'm still using the old camera, but I'm using this headset microphone, and this headset microphone works while it's plugged into charge, so I can record as long as I want. I can do long videos if I'm doing them like this, and I can do recording multiple videos. I just recorded my Tower of God review before this, and right after this I'm going to be recording tomorrow's, or hopefully this video's up Tuesday, but tomorrow's Promised Neverland read-through. So yeah, things are getting better, and I was really nervous about this because I don't really like the aesthetic of recording with the headset on and stuff, but everybody was positive about it, that they didn't really care. And if anything, I feel like my audio sounds kind of clearer with this microphone, but regardless. So yeah, I took like 4 bullet points to remind me of things I needed to talk about, so that's just some of the production problems. But with me setting up the new camera that I hopefully should be able to record as long as I want with, and while I am in the midst of preparing to do that, while I'm using the old one with this headset mic, I can record as long as I want, so I should be able to do longer videos again, more videos again. So I'm just sort of just now starting to get back into things. And there's also the fact that one of the issues is the beginning of April and all the way through the beginning of May, I had a bunch of family birthdays. There's Easter, there's Mother's Day, my sister's graduation. I helped my aunt out a couple times, had to go to her house. So through all of that, I was really, really busy, and it's like, you got all of that stuff, you got your just daily outside of YouTube life stuff, and then YouTube itself, and it was just so much going on that I couldn't get as much done. And I think there was even a week in there where I was sick, and it was something with my lung, so I remember my voice was gone. I literally couldn't record for almost a week or something. And even then, I think I got a video or 2 out, but yeah, that's, I feel like lately in my videos I say yeah a lot. So sorry, I'm trying to break that habit as best I can. But it's, again, another bad habit I have where I watch other people's videos and they'll have pauses. They'll say something and then they'll take some time to catch their breath before moving on to their next thought. But my brain won't work like that. I have to constantly fill the silence. I like, even when I'm like looking at my notes, moving on to my next thought, I like throw in some bridging statement like but or and then. I like can't just let the silence hang, and even when there is a silence, I cut it out in editing anyway if there's a second of silence. So it's like, what even is the point recording like that? So my own bad habits with recording coming through there. One thing that's coming back soon is MGRP, Magical Girl Raising Project. I will get back on the weekly read-throughs as soon as I get the character discussion up. I've recorded like character discussions for numbers 63 through 30, and I just need to record character discussions for the top 29, and it's either going to be in multiple parts because it's like probably over an hour of recording already just for half of them. So it's either going to be in multiple parts or it's going to be in one massive video, but that's going to be out hopefully next Tuesday. That's what I'm shooting for. But it might be later than that if it takes me longer than that. We'll see how things go. I want it to be as good as I can do with what I'm working with, rather than just rushing to put it out. And once that's out, I can move on to doing my weekly Magical Girl Raising Project stuff again. And again, being able to only record a little bit at a time is one of the biggest reasons that it took me so long, or it's taken me so long, to get done with that video. So, yeah, now that I can record longer, hopefully I can finally get it up. From there, I have a lot of plans coming for like single videos. I've been watching a lot of animated movies lately. I mentioned it on Twitter, where I've always wanted to do this. I like research on my like own spare time. I researched and compiled a list of like every theatrically animated movie ever, and theatrically released animated movie, and I've been watching them all, and I might make videos on them at some point, but I would love to do something like that in like a podcast format if I had other people to do it with, but I just don't know other people with, I'm not friends with anybody that shares that same interest, I guess, that I know of. So I would like to do things like that. I've been recently watching the Marvel movies. I had seen some before, but I've been going through from the beginning. And I watched all the Phase 1 ones and most of the Phase 2 ones at this point. So I wanted to do a video just discussing the Phase 1 ones at some point. Another thing is, I'm sorry about no anime. I think being busy is why there hasn't been any. All the ones I said I wanted to watch, I watched a bunch of the premieres. And then I just kind of fell out of it because there was so much going on. I'm like, I don't have the time or interest to watch anime because there's so much going on in life. So because of that, I missed out and I haven't been watching anything this season. But I'm still going to go back and watch some on my own time when I have time. And another one, even if I miss something like week to week while it's airing, I can still review it week to week later on. I need to sort of stop rushing myself so much, I guess, with some things. So I would still like to, because people seemed very interested in it when I brought it up, I'd still like to review Kimetsu no Yaiba week to week. I don't know if I'll do it anytime soon. I might just wait until the fall because there's so much going on in summer. I don't know. Because speaking of summer anime, I looked at it like this morning because somebody had brought it up. And there's like 5 or so shows that I would love to review week to week, and there's obviously no time in the world with what I already do to add 5 shows a week to that. But I'm going to be at least reviewing a couple of them. So yeah, there's just so much going on in the summer that I'm excited for. So from there, also 12 Beast and Musco are coming. I looked at how many chapters I'm behind on each of them. So you're going to have a lot of 12 Beast and Musco ga Kawaii videos. As soon as I get time, I'll make a video on them. Then when I get time, I'll make another video just to catch up to those two because I've fallen behind on those two. Also, since I can record longer now again, the Haku will be returning. I've said that for a while, and I'm not going to have it return immediately. I'm going to wait until I'm really settled on a schedule I'm happy with and then add the Haku back in, because it's something I want to build the channel around, but I want to make sure it's something that I'm not half-assing, you know? And another thing I wanted to do with the Haku is kind of lost my train of thought. Not going to lie. But yeah, it'll be recording as soon as possible. Also, talking about money. So the way things changed, and I've brought this up multiple times before and talked about this in discussions and such, is that in February 2018, things changed that you needed to have a friggin' ton of hours of watch time and 1,000 subs to be able to be monetized. And when I lost monetization, I don't really care about the money as much because I do this because I love it. But one thing that hurt is that I had been building the channel up and building the channel up, and as soon as that rule changed, it was like my subs and my views dropped to like a tenth of what they were before that. So it was sort of like because my videos weren't monetized, people weren't really getting to see them anymore. And I think that's what hurt the most when it comes to just sort of staying positive with things. And it's another reason I'm really positive again now that monetization's back, because I feel like hopefully, and it just came back automatically, so I haven't done anything, but you probably see ads on my videos now. So I'm really happy about that because it can at least help me get a little bit of money to keep the channel going. And in addition to that, I say that a lot too, in addition, but in addition to that, I feel like maybe hopefully it'll help my channel grow because people can see my stuff more now. Because again, I feel like YouTube just wasn't pushing stuff that wasn't monetized, obviously. Would make sense logically. Also, I've been saying it for like over a year. I still want to make a Patreon eventually. It should be coming soon. Just because it sort of costs me money to keep the channel running. So it's going to be something where I'm not going to paywall anything. You're still going to get the same exact videos. Everything's going to be free. But if you feel like chipping in a couple bucks here or there, it could help me keep the channel running. So that's what the Patreon would be for. And if you have any ideas for what to do with it, I would love to hear them. But so far my ideas are just things like maybe I could do a live stream here and there, or maybe a live hot Q&A for patrons, and then again, I wouldn't paywall it. I would put it up as a video on YouTube, but the Patreons would get it as a live stream. Or I could have the patrons vote on a series, and then I'll cover that series, and then when I'm done with that, I'll have them vote on something else. So I'll give them more input on new... Well, it's not that I'm giving them more input, but like I would just free up a spot every week to be like, okay, vote for a series, and I'll cover it in this weekly spot. And then when that spot is open again, okay, vote on another series. So it would be adding on extra stuff, but everybody would get it, even though the patrons would vote on deciding what it is, whatever this extra video a week would be. So yeah, stuff like that, I think. But yeah, so the idea is that you will still, everybody will get content. There will be no content that is paywalled, but I would like just something where people can chip in to help me keep the channel running in general. So yeah, that's it, I guess. Yeah, so thank you for the 1,000 subs and everything. I'm really excited to get into all these new videos and to take videos that I'm behind on or that I've missed and catch up to them, to get back into anime and stuff, to do sort of more singular videos like the one talking about the Marvel movies, or maybe one here and there talking about animation in general. I'd love to do things like that. It's just always this balance, and I've talked about it before. Like, I look at my videos and I'm like, oh, that's crap compared to a video that has all this editing and video clips and stuff. And I'm like, but those channels that do those videos can only do like 1, maybe 2 videos a week. And I want to cover Tower of God. I want to cover One Piece. I want to cover Boku no Hero Academia and Beastars and Magical Girl Racing Project. And if I want to do all of that, I can't do it in a way that it's going to take me 1 week per video. So, yeah, I guess that's just the way it goes. But either way, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for everything. Like, comment, subscribe if you're not already, but you probably are if you're watching this. Thank you again. If you want a link to the Discord server, ask and I'll give you one. And follow on Twitter if you want, and I can talk to you there, keep you updated there and stuff. Thank you for the 1000th time, and I'll see you all next time.